Hi, welcome back. This is Real Estate with Cindy. Well, today is a great day. We have a buyer. And I know you're going to be so excited you're not going to know what to do. Well, I'm going to give you some great helpful hints to get you started. And these are things that I've been doing for 15 years here in Florida. And it just is little helpful hints that kind of make the process a little easier and make you look professional. First of all, if a buyer calls you and says, you know what, I'm going to be there on Saturday, and I've had it, and this is like Thursday, you're like, holy moly. I'm going to be there on Saturday. Well, it's your child's second birthday, and it's a big celebration day. You're like, oh no, I want to do that, but I want to be with my child. Don't say no. Refer it out, or have it, better yet, a showing person that you give them some money for gas, and it's a new agent, and they would love the experience of seeing, beautiful condos on the beach or homes in a neighborhood they've never seen. You make all the appointments for them, make it easy, do the printouts, have it ready for them, meet up with them, hand it off to the other agent, and let the buyer know that is just not a day that works for you, but you've arranged for your a friend or a local colleague to help them on that day, and they'll be fine with it. Usually are. I've never had someone say no. Don't lose the customer over it. Figure it out, but don't disappoint family. Family's important. So, but if you're just getting your hair done, I think I'd reschedule. If it's something very important, but you don't have to tell them what it is. Just say, I already have an appointment that day, but I want to make sure you're taken care of, and I'll have one of my associates help you with your showings that day, and then I'll take it back from them, and we'll move on from there once we see what you have seen. So don't get rid of it. Refer it out if you have to. If you just can't work with them, refer it out. They'll give you a 25%, 30%, whatever the going rate is, referral fee for the customer. You still make a little money off of it, but you need the experience. So if you can go. First thing you're going to do is interview the customer. Talk to them on the phone, not through text, not through email. It's just easier. Talk to them. And I have folders that I can write on, and this is where I make my notes so that I can put it in my database, so I'll have all my notes in there, but I also have it with me. That they go, yeah, we've got 4 children, and 2 of them are grown, but 2 of them aren't. They're at home. Write it down, just so you know, and just listen to what they're saying. We have a pet to consider. We have, Fluffy, and Fluffy is 4, and she's only 5 pounds, so, we want to make sure that, we can bring Fluffy sometimes. We may not bring him all the time, but we like to bring Fluffy sometimes. So do that. So write down everything here, especially, this is a really good helpful hint, and I'm a little surprised that if you do sell them something, it's a great little way to, I do a dog tag that has the visiting address on it and their name, or either get a dog bowl and water bowl that you have right there at the condo or home when they come, and they'll be so pleased with that little bag of dog treats or whatever. Make sure they're organic or something, so no one will be upset. But just it's a little helpful hint like that. Or if they have 2 children, you can do a little fun bag for the kids to be on the counter when they come in, once you close. So interview them. Find out where they're staying, and that will help you with your path as to where they are. So a lot of my customers, we have a long line of beaches, stay in Clearwater Beach. Well, I'll set my appointments up north to south. I don't want to set up my first one being 30 minutes away and then have to, backtrack up. Don't do that. Start them out close to home. That way, if they're running late, they need to go brush their teeth, they got to go to the bathroom one more time, or let me get a quick candy bar to take with me, whatever it is, you've built in a little bit of free time in there so that they can do that. Because I've had it where the girlfriend needed to take another shower, or they had forgotten to get their lunch. I always tell them, be sure and eat a good breakfast. I don't usually start them around here until 10 o'clock in the morning, so they can get a good breakfast in them. Because if we're showing 5, 6 properties, we're not stopping. So I want them to be nourished, have some water, and off we go. So start out the appointments close to home. They probably will have 3 or 4 that they're interested in. And you're like, that's great. And how long do we have that day to work with? If they go, I've got 1 hour, well, you're not going to see much. So if they can give you 4 hours, 5 hours, that's great. That's a perfect amount of time. It doesn't wear them out too much. And then they can remember what they've seen. If you get too many, I remember when we first started, I was doing 12. Well, we were exhausted, and I couldn't remember number 2 to save my life. So just don't do too many at one time. find out the ones they're looking at. I'm usually sitting in front of my computer and I'll pull it up real quick. And if they're kind of all over the place in price point, reiterate. Now, what price point are we trying to stay within? And if they're looking, under $1 million and they want to see a $4 million one, it ain't happening, because the listing agent may want you to prove that they have available funds to purchase this condo before they look at it. So, people are really squirrely about that. They don't like to do that, and just let them know. We'll have to do proof of funds to see that, and I don't know if you're comfortable with that or not. They go, no, we were just curious of what that building had. Well, no, everything in that building is over $4 million. That's a dream. Let's look at things that, we can get while you're here, and things that, a good variety. And I like, if they don't know which beach, we have, 5 beaches that go all the way down. I kind of do, 1 or 2 in each area. And then you kind of know, okay, that area's not good for you, because every beach has its own vibe, and they may want more restaurants, less restaurants, more traffic, less traffic. And that way I can gear our day to be a successful day, because I love it when they go, oh my gosh, they're just getting better and better. That just makes my heart sing when I know that I have listened well. And I always add in a couple that I know they're going to love, but the pictures were crappy, the listing was crappy. And this is where, when we had the video about doing your listing, this is where you find out what I was talking about, that if you have a crappy listing, it sure is hard to sell it. You need to put the information in the listing that's correct. If they have a dog that's 25 pounds, you don't want to show them a condo that's 12 pounds, because they're going to bring Fluffy, and they're going to be disappointed. They write the contract, go to the interview, and they go, oh, we only allow 12-pound dogs, and you've got a 25-pound dog. Don't do that. And don't, quote unquote, trust the listing agent. Now, you get to know agents, and you know that when they do a listing, it's correct. They've looked at the condo docs, it's correct. But if you're in a condo that you're not familiar with, download, look at the condo docs. You can go and chat GPT. It'll help you find the condo docs. Just look it up, because you don't want them to be, fall in love with the place and all of a sudden they can't bring Fluffy anymore. And that would just break their heart if their baby couldn't come. Now, it could be a circus dog and the weight doesn't matter, but they need to be registered and all that good stuff. So, and that's their business to do if they want to do that and say, I've got all the paperwork, and it's like, fine, put that on the shelf and off we go. We'll go look at that condo. So verify the information in there, especially, rental rules, because people love a good beach condo to rent. And I've looked at a complex before, and there were 5 listings, and there were 5 different answers to what the rental period is, whether it's a 1-week rental, 2-week, 3-week, 1 month, 1 year. They had it all covered in there. Well, if I've got a buyer that's an investor, it's very, very important to know, can I rent it out short term? Can I not? Because they're not going to buy it for long term. This is not for vacation. This is to make money. And so you have your very definite people. This is just for my family to come and go. I've got children all over the country. This way we can all get together one time a year, whatever it is, versus the people that are doing it for an investment. Because I have people that have investments and they don't come for 2 or 3 years to their condo. So, make sure you understand where your buyer's going and what they're doing, and make sure the information that you are quoting or showing them on the MLS sheets is correct, because it's just awful when you get there and find out, oh no, it's not a short-term rental, and you've wasted 15, 30 minutes of your time, and that makes you look bad because you didn't do your research. So research it, make sure you know what you're doing in there. When you're doing, say you've got 5 listings that you want to show to your customers. And what I do is I print out all 5 and I lay them out in front of me in the order that I think I'd like to do. This is the order I want to do, is these 5. And when you lay them all out, then I open it up and I open each listing, because we have a back page that has the agent's name. I open it up and then flip them all open so that realtor information is out in front of me for all 5 of them. And I look and see if it's vacant, go and show, if it's make an appointment, or the agent has to accompany me. So the ones where the agents have to accompany me, I call those people first, because they kind of set the pace for your day, and you kind of hope that if it's the very end, it'll be at the end of the day and they'll appreciate the extra time. If it's one of the ones at the front, you got to call in plenty of time to get on their calendar. Don't wait till the night before to make all these appointments or the morning of. Make them a couple of days in advance, especially the ones that the agent has to accompany you, because you want to get on their schedule to make sure that they can show you. And then so you get that agent, and so agent number one, thank goodness they're going to meet us. So we got that one set. So that's your anchor. So then you look at your next one down that you like to do. But look at all of them. And the vacants are kind of your wild cards. If you have to, if you're running late and you've got, say, that number 3 is an agent's meeting you, or number 4 is an agent meeting you, and you're running, traffic got bad, or the first agent was a little late, well, your vacants can be your wild card. You can kind of put them later. So you want to lay them out so that when you're doing your path, if you have to do someone far away, you can do them back as you're coming back up to take them back to their hotel. So now you've got your path all set, you know all 5. So what I do is once I talk to an agent, I use a green marker. And what I do is I mark green to go. So you know that one's done. You don't have to look at it anymore. It's done. I write my instructions. Ours has a little blank place in here. I write where the lockbox is, text the agent after I leave so they make sure to let the homeowner know you're coming, and what the combination of the lockbox is, or the code is, or where the location is. Don't hide it back here in these pages. You'll be flipping and flopping and dropping your pages. Guaranteed, I've done it. So write it on the front so you know where it is. Now, if I have an agent meeting me, and say I've got 5 listings here, I put a paper clip on the top of the ones that the agent is meeting me. So I know that these are important points that I need to make sure I'm there for that agent. I allow myself about 15 minutes per condo to look at. That's plenty of time, 15 to 20 depending on the size. That's plenty usually. Time you get up there, you look at it and get back to your car. On houses, I allow 20 to 25 minutes because sometimes it's a lot more closet doors and kitchen looking and sitting in the backyard or walking the backyard, whatever it is. So depending on, and then I allow 10 to 15 minutes to get to the next one. That's why I say it's important to have them so close together so that you can kind of manipulate it a little and put a vacant in. You found that they looked at it too. I mean, some people open the front door and go, I don't like it. Well, walk through it anyway, but you're a little ahead of schedule. Well, then maybe you can pop in one of those vacants and look at that while you're waiting for a hard appointment that's further down your path. So, make sure you kind of get it lined up. Mark each one. That way, when you look at your papers, you go, oh, everything's great. Oh, there's not one that's not green. They never called me back and confirmed. And so that way you can get on it. Like I said, please don't wait till the last day. Get everything done the night before. Get all your printouts done. Have your printouts for you. I number my printouts because, yes, I've dropped them before. And then I also do the printouts for my customer, and I put them in order also. And I number them. They could get in the car and they go, what number are we on? Number 3. Okay, good. And they'll do it in their folder. Now I have a nice folder for me so I can write my notes on, but I have a really nice company one, the folder for them to put all their stuff in. I always give them a highlighter and I give them a pen. You can get them cheap at the dollar store. And so that way they can make notes too on the listings. Now when we're looking at the properties, I want them to make notes because inevitably at the end of the day, I kind of like to have a little recap of what we have seen for the day. So, but this video is about getting yourself ready to show them property. So make sure I always put a little cooler of waters in my car just in case we get thirsty along the way, or you can make a stop at a 7-Eleven, whatever it is. But make sure you put your notes on your listing. You've got your notes from the phone call on your folder, and while you're in the car, if they mention, yeah, Susie's birthday is tomorrow, write that down when you get to the next thing. Susie's birthday. They love it. People love mail, and you could, they're gonna give you their home address. You can send a little birthday card if you want to, or a little something for them. They would love that kind of thing. So just look at your notes later, and that way you'll know when you go to a condo and it's 2 bedrooms, they got 5 kids, there's only 2 bedrooms here, and they're like, oh, that doesn't work. You're like, that's right, but you picked it out and you wanted to see it. So I wanted to show it to you. So, have those little surprise units. They'll love it. They love it every time when I put something in that's really precious that they would love. Stay within their budget. Don't try to push it and say, oh, we'll write something a little less than that, but this is, more than what you want to spend. Don't do that. It's just so hard to, because of course they're going to like something more expensive, and you just want to make the process good. So make your notes, know where all the lock boxes is. Don't be afraid to talk to the listing agent and ask them specifically, where is that lock spot? If they go, oh, it's on the railing, or the railing right in front of the unit, or is it the railing in the stairwell? Or is it the railing at the bottom of the stairwell? On a house, good Lord, they can hide those lock boxes under bushes. So, be prepared. Have your little purse so that you can crawl into bushes if you have to. And find those lock boxes. Be sure to put the key back in the lock box. Don't put the lock box back together again. Always have a part of it with you, or the tray, by the door, so that you go, oh, I got to put the key back in. So you won't forget to put the key back in. And that was another quick helpful hint. If it's your listing, put the address on a key tag on the key, because if they get home and that key's in their pocket, they'll never remember where that key came from. And that way, if it's got the address on it, they can call you and go, I am so sorry, I have your key and I'm putting it back in. That's why I like the electronic, especially when you have short sales or bank-owned properties. There are agents out there that want to keep other people from looking at it, and they'll take the key. That way you know who has got the last person to have the key is. So just kind of protect yourself. So good luck. So we've got our first buyer. And don't let me forget to tell you that we have a field guide in the description below that you can download and take with you for these helpful hints about how to deal with your buyer. Be sure and be prepared. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. If you're looking to be a better agent, or you're a new agent getting into the business, you might want to look at a couple of these new videos that we have that will help you on that process. I want to thank you for watching. If you liked what we're saying, please like and subscribe. Look forward to talking to you again.